In this tutorial, I'll guide you through the process of using Sora. Once you've registered for Sora and completed the onboarding steps, you'll land on the homepage of the website, sora.com. On this page, you'll notice a prompt section at the bottom where you can quickly start creating your video. For instance, let's say you want to create a video about a dog playing soccer. You can simply type in "dog playing soccer in the park," and Sora will begin the process. From here, you can adjust the settings based on your preferences. For example, if you'd like to add a reference image to influence the video, you can upload one from an image generation platform such as Midjourney or another AI tool. Next, if you'd like to use a preset, click the option to explore the various preset styles available. These presets represent different artistic directions. For example, if you choose a stop-motion style, your video will have that characteristic look. Or if you want a more vintage feel, you can choose the film noir preset. Or if you're aiming for something whimsical, you might go with one of the balloon world styles. The papercraft preset makes everything appear as if it's constructed from paper or cardboard. There's also the archival preset, which adds a nostalgic film effect, ideal for short films or flashbacks. Additionally, Sora allows you to create custom presets. By clicking the Manage button, you can develop your own style. For example, you might create a 3D animation preset. Here, I have created my own custom 3D animation preset. By selecting this preset, I can begin generating any type of video clip that I need. The next step is to choose the aspect ratio for your video. If you're working with short-form content, the 9:16 ratio is ideal, commonly used for platforms like TikTok or Instagram stories. For long-form content, like YouTube videos, the 16:9 aspect ratio is the standard. If you want a square video for something like Instagram posts, the 1:1 ratio would be appropriate. Additionally, you can adjust the resolution of your video. For quicker rendering times, you may choose 480p. However, if you want higher quality footage, you can opt for 1080p, though it will take significantly longer to process, up to 8 times slower than 480p. Another option is to adjust the video's duration. Keep in mind that the longer the video, the more time it will take to render. Likewise, you can generate up to 4 different video versions based on your preferences. When you choose to create multiple versions, the system will calculate how many credits will be used based on factors like resolution, video duration, number of variations, and aspect ratio. To check how many credits you have remaining, simply click on the top right corner of the screen. There, you will see your subscription plan, along with the number of credits you have left for the current month. Let's get started by generating our very first clip. Once I've entered the prompt, I'll click Enter and wait for it to be added to the queue. After a moment, you'll see that it has been queued for processing. Now, all that's left to do is wait for it to finish rendering. If I want to check the progress, I simply go to the All Videos section, where I can see the clip being processed in real time. While I wait, I can browse the Feature tab to find inspiration. For example, I might come across a video that catches my eye, like a clip of an elephant walking in the snow. I can click on it, and it will display the prompt used to create it. From there, I can tweak the prompt, resubmit it, and customize it according to my preferences. Once the video has rendered, there's an interesting feature that lets me adjust the speed of the playback. By moving my cursor left or right, I can control the playback speed and precisely navigate certain moments in the video. If needed, I can also click on the video and use the arrow keys on my keyboard to move back and forth between frames, allowing me to closely examine different clips. For instance, you can see here that the dog is playing soccer in the park, and the movements are much smoother and more accurate compared to my earlier attempts. Now, when it comes to video generation, there are plenty of options available. For example, you can edit the prompt, recut the footage, remix it, or blend it with other clips. One such tool is the storyboard feature. To access it, simply click the storyboard button in the composer. At the top of the storyboard, you'll find caption cards. These are where you can describe the setting, the characters involved, and the actions that should take place at specific points in your video. Beneath the caption cards, there's a timeline where you can organize and sequence the actions, ensuring they align with the overall flow of your video. For example, I want to create a scene with a large brown bear walking along a riverbank, and halfway through, I want it to pause and look at the water. To get started, I'll go to the timeline and click to create a new storyboard card. About halfway through, I'll add a new card where I'll describe the next action. The bear pauses and looks at the river. Now, if you look at the timeline, you'll see there's a gap between the first card and the second one. This space is essential because it gives Sora the necessary time to transition between the two actions smoothly. After reviewing my settings, I realized that I prefer this scene to be in landscape format. So I'll go ahead and create my video. Now, here's the result based on the storyboard. You can see the bear walking along the riverbank, and as I described, halfway through, it pauses and gazes at the flowing water. If I want, I can always go back and refine the storyboard. I can adjust the descriptions, modify the positioning of the cards, or even change the sequence of the actions. Blend is an editing tool that allows you to merge two videos together, transforming their contents in exciting ways. For example, I have a clip of a dog playing in a park, and it's quite static. To spice it up, I decide to blend it with a video of a frisbee soaring through the air. I head to the blend editor, where I can see both clips side by side. The curve in the middle shows how much influence each clip has on the other at any given time. As I adjust the curve, I control how much of each video is blended. After blending, the dog now interacts with the frisbee in a seamless way, giving the scene more life. Next, Recut allows me to trim or extend any part of an existing video. For instance, I have a clip of a skateboarder performing a trick, but I only like the first few seconds. I use Recut to extend those seconds into a new clip. When I hit Create, Sora generates a longer clip with the exact portion I want, maintaining a smooth flow. Loop lets me repeat a section of a video seamlessly. I have a clip of a waterfall, and I want it to repeat forever. I adjust the handles to select the loop section, and by clicking Loop, I create a perfect continuous cycle of the waterfall. If the start and end frames are too different, I can use a longer loop to smooth the transition. Lastly, Remix gives me the power to make changes to a video using natural language. I have a clip of a modern building by the sea, and I want to change it to a rustic cabin. I simply describe the change in the Remix editor, and Sora does the rest. It replaces the modern structure with a cozy cabin, while preserving the original camera angles and scenery, giving me the exact look I envisioned. And that's a wrap on this Sora AI tutorial. Now, you're ready to take full advantage of these powerful editing tools. Don't forget to experiment and create something amazing. Thanks for watching, and happy editing.